Welcome to a new edition of See What's On, Central Maine's radio arts magazine, brought to you by Community Productions and Mix 107.9. It's Sunday, November 27th, 2016. I'm your host, Dick Dyer. Each week, we scour the region and highlight the new and the unique arts happenings wherever they might occur. From Bangor to Lewiston, from Farmington to Rockland, from lounges to formal theaters, from galleries, festivals, libraries, movie houses, and maybe even your own home. If it's on, it's on. See What's On. This week we have the honor of having two of the youngest guests ever on See What's On. Joining us are 12-year-olds Andrew Lynaker and Dante Lambert, who play Ralphie and Flick, respectively, in the upcoming Christmas Story, the musical, which opens at Waterville Opera House on December 2nd. We also get to hear some great music from Don Campbell and his Christmas album. Don will perform December 16th at Johnson Hall. We're geared up to talk about holiday shows, so sit back and enjoy. This segment of See What's On is brought to you by SBS Carbon Copy, located on Main Street in Waterville. SBS is a family-owned business and has always been a strong supporter of the arts and community development. Visit them at mainprintingservices.com. Don Campbell is about to perform another of his Christmas shows, this time at Johnson Hall on December 16th at 7:30. Let's listen now to Snow Day by Don Campbell and his band.
Well, I was up in the morning with the radio, 'cause when I looked out the window there was nothing but snow. Waiting through the list of the schools in my state, Zach Taylor High is a long, long wait for a snow day. They got nothing on you. Yes, it's a snow day. You get to choose what you do. I sent my parents to work and then I turned on the tube. Had microwave corn and a 6-pack of dew. I flicked on the Cinemax and what did I see? The wind kicked up and I lost TV. It's a snow day. They got nothing on you. Yes, it's a snow day. You get to choose what you do. Well, I was building a fire when the cell phone rang. My good friend Jimmy in his hot Mustang, slipping and sliding through the neighborhood. He's got 2 hot chicks, they're bringing more wood. It's a snow day. They got nothing on you. Yes, it's a snow day. You get to choose what you do. Don't have to study, don't have to work hard. Looks like heaven piling up in the front yard. A snowy kingdom around the castle. I'll make the rules 'cause I'm king for the day. It's a snow day. They got nothing on you. Said it looks like a snow day. You get to choose what you do. So now I'm hedging my bet that tomorrow may bring another day off with all the same things. I know I should study for a history test, but it looks like a storm's blowing in from the west. It's a snow day. They got nothing on you. Oh, well, it looks like a snow day. You get to choose what you do. It looks like a snow day. They've got nothing on you. Oh, I said it looks like a snow day. You just do what I do.
So welcome into the studio. We have Andrew, who is Ralphie in the show, A Christmas Story. And we have Dante, who is his friend Flick. I guess it's friend Flick. And Ms. Shields, who is Beth. And Beth, welcome all of you to the studio here today for See What's On.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk a little bit about A Christmas Story, the musical. Now, this was based on a book, right, Andrew?
There was originally a movie, A Christmas Story.
Right.
It was like a really famous Christmas movie. I don't think it was originally a book.
I think it was.
Was it?
It's.
But either way, it started off
Either
as
way,
a
it's
story, but you
fantastic.
told me it was based on a true story.
As
far as you know.
It's the person in the musical, the narrator, his name is Gene Shepard, and he is telling the story from his radio studio, actually.
Okay.
And it's about his life when it was a real Christmas that this happened when he was younger.
A real Christmas. Have you had a real Christmas in your life?
Yes.
Good. How about you, Dante?
I don't know.
Yeah? How about you, Miss Shields?
I certainly have.
Okay. So real Christmases affect us all. And this storyline, the basic story is what, Ralph? What are you really excited about in this show?
The basic story is about Gene Shepard telling back his this Christmas, and it's about him as a child, Ralphie Poker, who I am playing. What he wants for Christmas is he wants this BB gun, and he's afraid that his parents won't let him get it. So it's about kind of his struggle throughout the time that he really, really wants this BB gun, but there's like all these different debacles where people are getting in the way, or he thinks it's going to go downhill, or it goes well, and then something goes wrong, and it's about his struggle to try to get the BB gun.
Now, Flick, the character Flick here, Dante, you help Ralphie with this, or you get in his way?
I kind of get in his way at the second school scene when, on the way to school, Schwartz, another one of our friends, comes and dares me to stick my tongue to a flagpole. And I do it.
And how'd that go for you?
Not very well.
Okay.
I get stuck, and Ralphie and Schwartz and everybody else abandons me.
Oops.
Oh, they left you stuck to the flagpole.
They left me stuck.
And-
They're great friends.
And what did you do then? Was that retaliation?
I'm stuck there until one of my classmates points to me outside from my mom.
Miss Shields?
Yeah, she points me out. Then we go back outside, and there's the fireman, there's the police, and there's a nurse and a doctor. And so I get picked up. They try to pull me off the flagpole
With your tongue intact?
with my tongue intact.
Okay.
Miss Shields tries to get out who does it, and they don't admit to it because they're such great friends.
They're such great friends. So, Ralphie, you didn't admit to this.
Yeah, we're fantastic. We won't admit. It's a secret. Shh.
You're telling the story, and I'm reminded of the fact that happened to me when I was in elementary school with a flagpole, and I was dared to do the same thing with my
Really?
tongue. Yeah,
And did everyone have to come and pry it off the pole?
pretty much. Yes.
Fantastic.
yes.
And you'll probably enjoy the show because there's a whole song about it.
There's a whole song about it. So
Yep.
so this is a musical. Thank you for bringing that up. And we're going to hear a number from you in a bit of one of the musical numbers from the show. But this is a musical, so it's a story that is set to a musical. And, of course, the show is directed by a perennial favorite at the Opera House, Deborah Soucy, the director. Yeah, and you like Miss...
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Okay. Well, we would tell her that. It goes to her head, Now, Miss Shields, you play the teacher in the scenario.
I do.
Are these two troublesome for you to deal with?
Well, as all children in the 1940s were to teachers, I think. And that's how they appropriately behave in the show. So
In the 1940s?
1940s it's set. So
Okay.
we're dealing with a different time period,
Okay.
different social structure, so
Okay.
which is fun to play in.
So these are typical elementary students.
Absolutely.
And now you in real life, you're in the 7th grade, both of you.
Yeah.
What age are you in this story, you think?
9, 10.
Yeah.
Same,
9.
about the same age, a little younger? Okay. Would you do anything like this?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I wouldn't, and if I did, I'd get in a lot of trouble. Yeah.
That's good. Now, did you ever, Ralphie has this obsession with this BB gun. Now, what is the name of this BB gun, the full name?
It's an official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock in this thing that tells time.
And the thing that tells time.
He calls it a thing that tells time.
The thing.
A thing.
And what purpose would that have?
I am assuming a clock type.
Okay.
Cooler.
Oh,
But
okay.
it makes it awesome. So that's the best part about the gun.
Does Flick really want this same gun?
No.
No, Flick doesn't have an interest in the
I
gun?
think he'd rather have some antifreeze. Just in case if
Just-
this ever happens.
Okay. Now, in real life, you guys are not too far away from these characters you're playing. Did you draw on real-life experiences as you were thinking about this show?
I don't think so, personally. Perhaps just hanging out at school with my friends. Yeah, not usually getting in trouble, like in that scene. But, you know, just being a kid kind of thing. Hanging out around the playground, hanging out at school.
Okay. So you remember, you think back to things you did as a kid as you're thinking of these roles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How about you, Miss Shields? Have you ever been a teacher?
I have been a teacher for many years, but not quite as strict, I don't think, as Miss Shields is in the play.
Miss Shields is strict, huh?
Very.
Very strict.
Incredibly.
She cares a lot about punctuation and conjugation and
Ooh.
penmanship
Ooh.
and margins.
And so you had to practice your cursive writing?
Especially with emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the scene, right before the song Ralphie to the Rescue, we have to write an in-class theme, which we're not happy about, until she says what I want for Christmas, which is kind of another opening for Ralphie to.
Oh, in what sense is an opening for you, Ralphie?
Well, earlier in the scene beforehand, I have talked to my parents and haven't entirely talked to them, but I don't think I'm going to get the gun at that point in time. So in this scene, she mentions that we're writing an in-class theme about what we want for Christmas, and so Ralphie's kind of thinking, oh, if I tell Miss Shields, maybe she'll think there's even a scene later, and she's talking about, oh, Ralphie, my A++++++ student, because he just wants to be like this A+ student, and her to immediately call his parents and be like, get him the gun, he needs the gun, so
you think that might be a motivation for Miss Shields to help you get there?
yes, that's what Ralphie's hoping.
And we can't tell the whole story, so people have to come to this show at the Waterville Opera House, which is opening up on December 2nd, coming right up, December 2nd and 3rd, and 9th and 10th at 7:30. So that's a Friday and Saturday night each. And then the 4th and the 11th for their 2 o'clock matinee, correct? And you know where the people can go for tickets for this. They go to www.operahouse.org. or call 873-7000. And we'll come back to that also at another time. So you, Dante, you go to Montmorency.
Yes.
And you, Andrew, go to Great Salt Bay
Yes.
in Damariscotta, right? Montmorency in Waterville and Great Salt Bay in Damariscotta. So nothing in your school day reminds you of this show in any way?
Not really. It's a Catholic school. So, in a private school, so we don't really have as much freedom as they have in the story. The teachers are a lot nicer, but no, not really.
Okay. You've met friends now.
From this, yes.
You're from the show. So one of the great things for you about being in the show is that you've met some new friends.
Yeah.
Right, and you like theater.
Yes.
Okay, Dante. Great. And you, Andrew? You've been in other shows. You're an old pro, right?
Yeah, I've done a lot of shows.
Okay.
I love it.
You love it.
I love acting.
Yeah, you're 12 years old, and you've been in what shows now?
Most recently, I went down to Pennsylvania for 2 months for a show at the Fulton Theater called Elf. It's based on the movie, but it's a musical. It's very different than the movie, but I was Michael, the little boy in that. I was at Maine State Music Theater. I was Winthrop in A Music Man. I was at Portland Stage. I was young Kai there, and I've just done some community theater productions as well.
Great, you're an old pro. And Beth, in real life, you do all kinds of things?
I do. I am the Visual and Performing Arts Specialist at the Department of Education, which I love, getting to work with visual and performing arts teachers all over Maine and to help promote arts education. So kids like these guys are getting a quality education so that they can pursue the arts and learn about what they love.
Good.
And
Good.
before that, I taught theater for many years. So
Great. Well, that's near and dear to all of us and to our listeners. So we won't tell everybody the rest of the story, and we're going to listen right now to Ralphie, the character in the show, sing his signature song from the show, A Christmas Story, the musical.
You don't need a stage to be a cowboy. No. You're not a hero just by galloping off in the sun, but you really need to be a cowboy. Fearless, keeping bandits trembling on the run. It's a red fighter carbine action BB gun. See me standing guard up at my window. I'll protect the neighborhood so outlaws are always outdone, and I'll bombard them from that window. Show those weasels how the Wild West was won. Bang, bang, with a red fighter carbine action BB gun. My teacher could be taken by a pack of goons. My class might be invaded by raccoons. The kids would hurry down the hall as tigers try to eat them all, but okay. I'd swoop in and save the day. And the girls would sigh and say, oh, Ralphie, when you're big and brave like me, no bully can ever make fun. My mom is crying, Cowboy Ralphie, while my dad is yelling, that boy, he's my son. With a red carbine action BB gun. But it's almost nearly getting close. Counting down, the clock is set. Don't know how, don't know who, but all I know is I gotta get a red carbine. Stock with a compass. Red carbine action BB gun.
That was Andrew singing Red Ryder Carbine Action BB Gun. We'll take a break for some commercial messages. When we come back, we'll listen to more from the Don Campbell Band and the cast of A Christmas Story. Welcome back. You're listening to See What's On Mix 107.9. You can hear recent shows that you may have missed on SeeWhat'sOn.com. That's the letter C, What's On, or on Facebook.com, Arts in Central Maine. Please take the time to send us your story ideas and calendar listings for upcoming arts events. So welcome back. We're in the studio again with Andrew, Dante, and Beth. Each play characters in A Christmas Story, the musical, which is coming right up and opening this December 2nd. Showtimes are available at operahouse.org for the next 2 weekends, and you can order tickets online at 873-7000. So welcome back into the studio again, folks. We want to talk a little bit about theater, and why is theater important to you, Andrew?
Theater has just been always really, really fun for me. When I was younger, my first show, I was in Oliver at a community theater, and I remember my parents, I signed up and I was like, oh, I saw this, I really, really want to be in it. And my parents thought, oh, he's just going through a phase, and he'll just like this. And I had a single solo in that thing. I sang one line by myself, and I remember I loved it so much. And so ever since that, I've just done a lot of shows, and it's just been, I just have loved it. It's a way to not be yourself as well, and it's kind of stress relieving because you're not yourself anymore. You're someone else with different problems. You're not your own problems. So
you have problems at 12? And stress. You say you have stress?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Just schoolwork mainly.
Schoolwork. Are they hard on you in school?
No, not really. It's just sometimes, you get a bad grade and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not okay. My parents are going to yell at me when I get home. Luckily, my parents don't. But, yeah.
So theater's an outlet for you in a lot of ways. What role, if you had your dream role, what would it be? What theater role would you have?
There were two.
Okay.
So
I knew you had an answer to this question.
I'm 100% sure my mom also knows the answers. So one, the show Newsies. I would want to be Jack in that because that's just, I love that play. I saw it when I was young. I saw the Broadway production, and it was fantastic. And I would want to be, I cannot dance. So,
but now you can.
Well, because of Waterville, they've taught me a couple of things about dancing, but I still am not a wonderful ballet dancer. And I'm not a great ballet dancer or even a good ballet dancer. But I would want to be Billy Elliot in the show Billy Elliot. We watched it once. We recorded it once on it was on TV, and I watched it, and it was just so good. And I just have wanted to be Billy Elliot ever since then. And they were gonna do a community theater version of it. I don't remember where it was, but I was going to audition for it, and then I realized that I can't dance. And so, yeah.
But you're gonna sign up for dance classes now, I bet.
I did take tap for a little while.
Right.
But I haven't taken it in a while, in a couple months, I think. And I've never taken ballet. I took hip hop. I stunk at that. So I'm just not coordinated on my feet.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, you're working on it. And you have a choreographer in this show.
And he's amazing. So.
Oh, great. And that choreographer is Adam Blaze. The musical director is Ben McNabo. I'll get that right. And the director, we've already said, is Deborah Soucy for this. Dante, is this your first theater experience?
Professional, yes.
Professionally, but non-professionally?
I've done a production at my school of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, great. So you've been on stage before, but this is a little different stage for you, huh?
Yeah.
How so?
There are more than just the families of people I know who are coming, and I think that's a little scary for me.
Okay. No, you won't even think about that. They'll all be your friends immediately. Just remember, they want you to succeed too. So It's great that you're providing relief. You talk about stress relief. A lot of people come to a show like this because they want to be entertained and they want to get taken out of their day-to-day. So, Beth, your role in the Visual and Performing Arts Coordinator, how important is a community theater like this to the society in general?
It's critical. We need to have arts in our communities, and having the Waterville Opera House as part of our community is really, it's just essential. And all the Waterville Creates that's happening downtown in Waterville, helping to feed young artists as these kids are demonstrating all the way. In our cast, we have cast members 8 to 80 in this show, incorporating, into this community and working together. We know that these young people will be our performers and our consumers of art as they grow. And so giving them that opportunity, they're able to partake some of this in school, but getting the opportunity to work, as Dante was talking about, with people they don't know, seeing adult actors on stage as role models, watching their performance as a drama teacher, the difference between students who are able to work with adults, understanding what that is like, that kind of responsibility, you could tell, versus students who had only ever worked with their peers. The bar gets raised for them when they when they're working with adults. And I think, and for adults, it's a great reminder of that continuation of how we have to keep the arts alive for everybody. And so,
Great.
It's just a vital part of our community.
Great. And you both have mentioned the choreographer, so you're getting help from these adults in the theater experience as well.
Very much.
Some of my best friends are people I've been in theater with that are actually adults.
Mm-hmm.
The truth.
So if you had a message, I'll ask each of you separately, but if you had one message to others who are even thinking about getting involved with the theater, what would you say to them, Dante?
Do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, because you might not get a chance to do it again. And if you get on the Brother Show of Cats, I'm jealous of you.
So that would be your favorite role. I didn't get to ask you that question. That's great.
I love cats.
Cats is great. Great. And Andrew?
Same as Dante, do it. It's so much fun. It's fantastic. I love to act, and anyone who gets the opportunity to is lucky.
Great.
So if you get the opportunity, do it.
Well, I think the listeners to the show are going to obviously be impressed by how well-spoken you both are, and you too, Beth. I think that's a good recommendation for people to get out and see the show. It's a great Christmas story. We are in the holiday season. We're past Thanksgiving. Now people are turning their sights to getting out for the holidays and taking in shows like this. So by all means, Beth, anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I think it's a great holiday show. It follows very closely to a movie that many of us loved as children and watch regularly, with some real iconic moments like You'll Shoot Your Eye Out and the Red Ryder BB gun and the sticking your tongue to the flagpole and the bunny suit and all these memories we have from our childhood, or that maybe we watch every Christmas, can see live on stage with some really talented students, children, and adults. It's just a really nostalgic, wonderful experience for everybody.
And just a reminder for anybody out there listening, do not stick your tongue to the metal flagpole, please. Don't try that at home, right?
Yeah, bad idea.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
It will stick.
And go to the Opera House, operahouse.org, for tickets, or call 873-7000 and get in there and see this fine show. Thank you all for coming into the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a reminder, A Christmas Story will open this December 2nd and will run for the next 2 weekends at the Waterville Opera House. And Don Campbell will appear at Johnson Hall on December 16th. To close out our show, let's listen to Don singing an Elvis hit, Blue Christmas.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. that's hurting. And when that blue heartache starts hurting, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Yes, I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Oh, I'll have a lonely and blue, blue, blue Christmas.
Well, that's our show for this week. I really want to thank our guests, Andrew Lynaker, Dante Lambert, and Beth Lambert from A Christmas Story, and Don Campbell. We hope you will take some time to catch both of these fine shows. I would also like to say a special thanks to Gatsby for technical assistance in producing this show here on 107.9 The Mix. My partner Gary Poulin and I hope you reach out to us on Facebook and visit our website at seewhatson.com. Remember, that's the letter C, whatson.com, and share that with your friends. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday for more features about the arts in Central Maine. That's it for me. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and remember, if it's on, See What's On.